Now, before I begin, yes, I have a Sharpie here, and this is solely so my marks on this conduit show up more visible for the video. If you use Sharpie on your conduit out in the field that you're not cutting off, you're installing, your mom needs to go stub her toe. Just kidding. But don't use this. This is just for demonstration purposes only. So, we're using 3/4 EMT. Our deduct is 6 inches. So for this instance, let's just say we want a 10-inch first 90. So we're going to make our mark at 4 because our deduct 6. It's going to give us a 10-inch 90. Assuming we bend that on the arrow. So here we go. Have a small mark there, 4 inches. Here's our first portion of our back-to-back 90. And always use a level. Don't eyeball it. Got that lined up there. Bend it up. It's kind of weird doing this in tennis shoes, I must say. But regardless, bend it up. Grab a level, slap it on. Not that difficult. It still needs bent a little more. And take this off. Just a tiny bit out, but overall, not too shabby. And just to verify the 90 is actually 10 inches, you can use a straight surface. I'm using this board, and 10 inches. So let's do the back-to-back portion of this. Alright, we're back. So let's assume that we want our back-to-back 90, or the back-to-back portion of our 90, to be, let's just use 21 inches. For this method, we're still going to use the arrow method, so there will still be that deduct. If we use the star method, we're going to face our bender the opposite way, which we're not going to do in this video, but there would be no deduct. So I said 21 inches, 21 minus 6 is going to be 15. There's our mark. Once again, don't use Sharpie out in the field. This is solely for demonstration purposes. Mark this, and then let's get to bending. Method, the same thing. If we were using the star method, our bender would face this way, our mark would have been shifted because of no deduct. But because we're using this arrow method, the arrow, once again, I'm going to move it over here because it's a little flatter and not as unlevel as the rest of my garage over in this area. But same thing, line your Sharpie mark, in this case, because that's what I used, up with your arrow. Once again, don't use Sharpie, use a pencil. You can rub it off. I like to use 2 different levels for this. I put one up on the actual 90 that we bent, and then I put another one here. You want to ensure that that is level, and then obviously at the end you want this to be level. But as you're bending up, you want to ensure that's level. If not, your 90 is going to come out all whopper-jawed. And then you just slowly bend her up. And as I go, I'll rotate this up just so I can keep an eye to ensure that it's level. And at a certain point, you can probably just let it go, but I like to keep it on the entire time. As you're watching this level up here, you obviously want to watch this level as well. So, here we go. We're going to continue on. And I can tell that it still needs a little more because my level right there, maybe a tiny bit more. And as you can tell, got level, once that's there, level there. Bada bing, bada boom. Back to back. And once you do your back to back, I said 21 inches. What I like to do is I'll take my level, make sure that's actually showing level, and then I'll put my tape measure to the top of the conduit, and there you go. As you can see, the tape measure is at 21. And there you go, there's your back-to-back 90. As you can see, it's in my garage, but sitting down all flush. And then what I like to do at the end, get up close and personal, level one way, bring it around, level the other way. You want to ensure both ways that I just showed you are level. Most people carry one level. I always carry 2 levels, and yes, I always castrate them because I have the smaller Kleino dog. But that's really all there is to it. Your back-to-back 90. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments below. And as always, you can tax this